Welcome to Arcade Attack. A retro gaming podcast for up to 4 players.
Sonic Boom!
Welcome back, listeners. It's Adrian here from Arcade Attack, and we have another Best Years in Gaming podcast. Woo, 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 woo. The numbers don't lie. We said this before. They are popular episodes. People love them. They're lapping them up. I don't know why sometimes. I think the last three, correct me if I'm wrong, we did 1998, then 1992, then 1996.
Well, we did those three.
Maybe not in that order.
Not necessarily in that order, but we
It's
did
hard
those
all
three.
this time travelling, you know, you lose track.
Man, we did the 90s proper. Anyway, before we get into what year we're doing today, I better introduce the rest of the cool squad. We got Dilsey.
Cool squad, I love it. Yeah. Bye. Hello. Bye. Hello.
And of course, James.
About as cool as a snake's backside in the desert, but yeah. Hi.
And you've actually got a Squirtle Squad t-shirt.
I was going to say, I don't know about Cool Squad. I'm Squirtle Squad.
Squirtle Squad.
Squirtle
It's Keith
Squad.
in the house.
Hello.
Guys, it's really good to see everyone. And we've done the 90s now. We've done the 90s. And everyone's like, oh, we want more 90s, I reckon.
That's a big decade.
Yeah.
That
Do
is
another
a
year in it.
massive decade.
Well, last time we went back to 1992, we got a bit seasick, didn't we? Got a bit funny on the time machine. So I thought we'd go a little bit, not so back in time. That's bad English, isn't it? We'll go less back in time.
Less back in time.
We're going to go less back in time.
Back in time less.
Yeah. We'll go
I don't remember that on Huey Lewis's album.
Not as far back.
not as far
That'd
back because we don't want to get nosebleeds. We,
No.
you know, so you ready? Should we get the time machine?
Not the way back.
We're going to go back. Yeah, stop. We're there already.
That's
We
quick.
made it. We're in 2004.
Oh, God. Why are we here?
2004. What were we doing before we get into the gaming spiel? What were we doing in 2004?
This stops being fun now because we were adults in 2004.
Yeah.
Before it was
So-
like, oh, we were at school, we were doing it. Oh, no, we're adults.
I've never been an adult.
Well, legally,
I'm just trying to
we're
think.
adults at this point.
03 left uni, and then I was like, I was like, getting one of those, one of those jobs, like kind of in between jobs, like working in a bowling alley or an off license or stuff. I did those kind of things. They were quite cool.
Did you ever work in a bowling alley?
I did, yeah. I was
Did you get the free
you know what?
games?
I used to be a party host. I used to be a lane host.
The one in Purley, the one in
Yeah, I used to
it's-
manage like the
it's
parties.
closed, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
only there for a
Yeah,
bit,
it's
but I
not
think
there.
It was mental. Like literally a Saturday morning. Like it was like Funhouse. Yeah.
and there was arcade machines.
Oh, there's loads of arcade machines. There's
Remind
always
us.
been loads of arcade machines. Yeah, even now, like when they've turned it into it's a bowling alley still, but there's loads of arcades there. But it was over 2 floors because Mega Bowl. It was Mega Bowl in Valley Park, Croydon. For those who know Croydon,
That didn't last long, did it? But
it was there for a while. Believe it or not, yeah, they had a huge bar, 2 floors of bowling. Honestly, it was mental. Like I couldn't do it now. I'd be knackered after about an hour and a half. But it was absolutely crazy.
did people dare you to grab a bowling shoe and sniff it for 1 minute and see what would happen? Did everyone want to do that shit?
Ew. Adrian did, but you ignored
what
him.
you get up to on your private accounts online
Yeah,
is
what?
entirely your.
Ooh.
Took a strange
That is
turn.
quite a dare. That is quite a
That
dare.
is quite a dare.
James
actually.
was bowling.
I was
but-
at uni still.
What were you
Before.
finishing uni that year?
I was still, no, because I was still doing my law degree, wasn't I? Because I had to do H&D first, and then I had to do my degree, so I was there till
Because of Ali
2005.
McBeal.
Because of Ali Mobile. Thanks, Ali Mobile.
Tell.
Have we done almost 300 episodes without that coming up?
Yeah,
I
tell.
think so, yeah.
Ali
Oh,
McBeal,
God.
uni.
Oh, so yeah, so basically my parents just nagged me to go to the university, and I was like, I've got to pick something. And I really loved Ali Mobile, so I was like, man, those guys have such a great time, and they're like making money, and they're just having such a brilliant time, and I kind of fancied Callista Flockhart for a little bit before she got really wafer thin, and then that was it. I was like, I just choose this. So I did H&D legal
Sorry,
studies.
can
and
I
then degree.
just go back just a little bit?
Yeah.
You chose a degree
Yes.
in law
Yes.
because of Ali McBeal.
Yes.
That's it, yeah.
Duh.
I did. I
Okay,
did this.
thanks for clearing that up.
I don't put that on my CV.
Wait,
I did not know that.
James, what was your favourite show in 2004, and what career would that have led to? I'm interested now.
Oh my god! I was still watching like
a tough
cartoons
question,
and
isn't
stuff.
it?
Probably.
2004.
I'd end up like a mad scientist watching like Dexter's Laboratory or something.
Yeah, fair
or Cow and Chicken.
Cow and chicken.
So brilliant.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, the Ali Mobile thing. That was
Ali,
that.
that's
I
impressive.
often think, has
As
that
much-
aged poorly or not, Ali McBeal?
It really has.
Oh, okay.
Let's not watch that. Let's not do a podcast on that. That's
Yeah, but let's
No,
be honest. A
that's
lot
not.
of those early 2000s, like,
well, that was late
Drugs are
90s.
sick. Was it late
That was
90s?
late 90s actually.
Oh,
But
bloody hell.
it just goes to show like how like dumb the system is here.
What lasted longer? Your
17-year-olds don't know what they want to do with their lives. Like, oh god.
Dylan, what lasted longer? Your career in law or the series of Ali McBeal?
Definitely Ali Mobile. I was only a paralegal for half a year, and then I was like, "Screw this!" Bye.
I think I got you an opportunity.
You got me that job pretty much as well. You got me the interview, and then they were just like, "Oh, you got to hire this guy," and I did it for half a year, and I hate it.
At least you tried it.
I did try it. Didn't
Suck
like
it and see.
Suck it and see.
Yeah.
mate.
I'd left my job at Crystal Palace Football Club.
No.
I thought you were still there.
No,
I was going to say you were still
2004
there.
I'd left
Ah,
after 3 glorious.
three girls.
Says he laughing.
Three-
Yeah, I was mingling with the stars.
You were, and you were
Clinton
like
Morrison.
chanting- yeah, yeah.
Dougie Freedman.
Yeah.
Helped Dougie Freedman change into his new kit.
Yeah.
I saw Dougie Freedman in his pants. Come on.
I mean, what woman
kind
wouldn't
of,
want to
those are
see
perks
Dougie in his
of the job
Yeah.
you just can't buy.
There's a claim
know
to
what,
fame
though?
if ever I heard one.
in all seriousness, I actually think I always liked Clinton Morrison as a striker. I always like respected his style of play. I think he's a bit underrated actually. But in my humble, I think he could have gone into a bigger club.
Fair.
No offense to Palace fans. I think he could have really made it.
He scored a lot of goals top flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did well at Birmingham, didn't he? Did pretty
Yeah,
well.
I think as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely.
I'm a fan.
But
And
like,
he's
you
making
had to
a
wear a
good-
Palace
good-
shirt for 3 years.
Palace shirt, but my work uniform was like Palace tracksuit. You don't understand how painful that was.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so then,
that
and then
bad, was it?
2004, I left to become
It's
even.
towards Liverpool.
Yeah.
Quite bad.
Oh, it's quite bad then.
It's not as bad as me wearing Derby clothes. But
Not quite.
I think if I got you that job, I must have been at Day Lewis then, wouldn't I be?
yeah, because you knew someone who knew Gertrude.
Yeah.
Who was hot, by the way. Anyway, let's say
Gertrude.
about that.
Man, listen, this is a pod in itself.
Well,
This
hang
one
on,
here.
we don't talk
What are we
about
talking
the
about?
we haven't talked about the
Oh, yeah.
games.
Anyway,
yet.
I was
Oh,
working in
oh,
a call centre phoning up old people trying to sell them stuff. So I was like, yeah.
duping
man,
old
hated.
people.
So that
How
was
many
me.
old people
So
did you
funnily
do?
enough, you talk about favourite TV shows, Peep Show had been on for a couple of years then. And so I was living that out, living in Croydon and in an office job that I hated. So
Nice.
I was
Love it.
living the dream.
Keith Corrigan.
Well, I was working at Day Lewis Pharmacies, and I was literally their marketing department.
Yeah, awesome. And they're quite big.
They're huge. Their marketing budget was tiny, though. They're like, you just do a bit of this or that. We haven't got any money for you, but just do what you can.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was funny times. Enough about us. We're back in 2004. I guess when we started to become like adults, right? Mate, arguably grown up.
Yeah.
No.
Again,
Never.
legally.
Never give in.
Do you want to? Do you want me to give you a sort of run through, a quick?
Give me a
blast?
flavour of 2004.
Man, I'm going to name some games, and I think, wow, surely this should have been the first year you covered. You might disagree.
Oh, it was a good year. It was a good year.
2004, yep, saw many sequels and prequels in video games, such as Doom 3.
Love it.
Do we love it? It's
I do.
It's the Marmite Doom game, isn't it?
Oh, hang on. Whoa. It's not a Doom 3 podcast, though. Skip on.
Fair enough.
Don't like it.
Dragon Quest.
Hey, James don't like
Wait,
it.
let me look at my Rocky numerals here. So Dragon Quest 5, 6, 7, Dragon Quest 8 came out.
Oh.
Gran Turismo 4,
Yep.
Keith loves it.
Game.
Grand Theft Auto, which one?
Vice City.
San Andreas.
Oh, yeah. Vice City was the year before, was it?
Half-Life 2, which I absolutely adore. Halo 2.
Oh, such a good games.
Oh, mate.
Metal Gear Solid
2,
Three.
3. Oh,
Snake,
Snake
Eater.
Eater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Snakey. Oh, okay, let's.
How would you eat a snake? Snake eater? Would you fry it? Would you?
Apparently it's really
Barbecue.
delicious.
Yeah, barbecue, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I've eaten snake.
Have you?
They do it in
Yeah,
Vietnam.
there was when I was traveling in Australia about 10 years ago, I was just some weird hostel in Cairns, and they had like all this like weird stuff to eat, and I was like, oh, there was a bit of like cooked like crocodile and things like that, and a bit of snake.
Bit
and-
of snake on the
I think
barbie.
there was a bit of snake. On
So
the bar,
you are literally living Metal Gear Solid's life.
yeah, snake eater, crocodile eater.
This doesn't sound like a sequel, but I don't know this series very well. But Ninja Gaiden is that a sequel?
Oh no, yeah, is that the remake?
it'd be the Xbox
That's the
version.
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
No,
No, the
Xbox version.
Yeah.
And we've also got Pokemon Fire Red, not Red.
Yeah.
We've got Leaf Green,
Yeah.
and Emerald.
Were they on Game Boy Advance?
I want to say Game Boy Advance.
Must be 04. Yeah.
Everybody's Golf 4, Hot Shots
Hey,
Golf
we
4.
love- we
Game
love
of
a
the Year
bit of
edition,
everybody's
yeah.
golf.
Yeah, so and Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, and I guess this is kind of a sequel. It's his own game in its own right, but World of Warcraft. We've got to give that.
Oh,
some-
2004.
Yeah.
Massive. Hey, you're forgetting a massive sequel. Burnout 3, Takedown.
I was going to come to that.
Oh, he's
I was
done
going to be
You
mentioned
just-
later.
Stop it.
I was going to tease
Sorry,
later.
I was going to say, how can you talk about sequel? Anyway,
But there
shut
was
up.
new properties too, and we've covered a few of
Yes.
these on the pods. We've so Fable,
Mhm.
Amazing.
Far Cry. Never really played. I played
No,
10
wow.
minutes
What's
of
a Far
it.
Cry?
Flat Out.
What?
Flat out.
I'd rather play Flip Out on the Jaguar. If you know, you know.
No, I don't know.
Oh no,
Dylan
I don't want to
knows.
play. I do know Flip Out. I don't want to play that.
I don't know what Flat Out is. Killzone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Killzone.
This is
Oh,
one of my big memories of 04.
Oh, fair dues.
Yeah,
Killzone. It's a
Gaming-wise.
FPS, isn't
PS2,
it?
yeah, PS2 game.
Yeah, it was a brand new. But yeah, it was
like a tactical shooter, very kind of dark and
Yeah, you're basically fighting space Nazis.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The Hellgast. Yeah, it's
It's
good,
like-
very good.
Wolfenstein in space.
Yeah.
It's a really good game.
Another new game, which I haven't played this one that much, but I played the sequel a lot more, but Katamari Damacy. Damacy. And we love Katamari, but what a great series to kick things off. Monster Hunter, wow, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Monster Hunter games. I played the maybe the third one, the Wii. I assume this would have been GameCube. I want to say GameCube.
I
never
guess
played
2004. No, I mean, but we found out, didn't we, that there's like Capcom's biggest selling series,
Madness.
Monster Hunter.
N.
Huh?
N.
N. It was
Just N.
Just N.
What's N?
I want to say it's the prequel to Z, the bitmap bloke. I don't know what N is, but apparently it's big. Red Dead Revolver.
Oh, see, I've never played it.
Oh, where it started.
No,
yeah,
see,
I've never played it.
Yes.
SingStar.
Amazing. Which
yeah.
one?
Just a sing.
SingStar.
kick
Oh,
off
just
things.
all the things.
Dylan loves a
And
bit of karaoke.
Sacred.
Sacred.
Sacred. And what big console? I'm going to call it a console, even though you could argue maybe it isn't. But which big console was also launched in 2004? It is a console. It's a handheld console.
The DS.
The DS.
Was it 04?
04, apparently.
So maybe those
Nearly 20
Pokemon
years
games
ago.
are on the
Oh,
DS.
four.
But no, I
nearly
think
20
I've got a
years
feeling
ago.
I should have done a bit. It was in my
Oh, they
notes.
could have been launch
I think
games,
it's the
couldn't they?
Japanese launch,
Yeah.
but we'll come to that in a minute. But the DS came out.
Okay.
I'll have a look.
Now I'm old.
The year, so basically, this year has been retrospectively considered one of the best and most important in video games history due to the release of numerous critically acclaimed, commercially successful and influential titles across all platforms and all genres. So not just one genre of all time.
So you got something to choose from everywhere then.
And just to give you a little teaser, because we're going to move away soon out of games, because you know what I'm like on this. But what was the best-selling game of that particular year? I've mentioned it.
You have
Halo 2.
Oh, San Andreas.
Before you go on to that, Pokemon Fire Red is a Game Boy Advance game.
Boom.
Boom. So it didn't quite make the DS.
And that
Yeah,
wasn't the
one second.
best-selling game.
San Andreas?
San Andreas. Was.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
I
me.
remember. Yeah, John got it, didn't he? And my friend John, and he absolutely was obsessed by it. And I used to watch him play it. I think I might have been at 111 Selson Park Road still during this 2004. I think this. I might
I
have
think
moved.
you were. I think
And
you
actually,
were.
I do remember watching John play it. Just cycling. He liked to cycle around.
Mm-hmm.
Just liked to cycle around
Well,
San Andreas.
Yeah.
I used to
So
get
good.
tattoos. I remember going.
So good.
Yeah, he liked to cycle
I
and get
didn't-
tattoos.
I got Vice City on launch because I just had to.
What year was that?
That was
Must have been the year
2002 or
before.
2003.
Yeah.
Wait, so that Rockstar made two Grand Theft Autos
And that-
games,
And now they've been
And now it's been
rinsing.
10
Yeah.
years since.
It's 10 years, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, let's not get onto that.
No, no,
but
no.
Do you want to hear some news? What happened in 2004?
Yes, please.
This isn't really gaming related, but we don't do gaming related stuff all the time.
Straight off the path.
This year saw the release of also sequels. Well, it's a sequel year to
Ooh.
popular blockbuster films. Shrek 2 was the highest grossing film of the year. Shrek 2.
Shrek
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Wow.
I do think it's one of the better Shrek films. I still think the first one's probably my favourite.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
Agreed.
I
yeah,
think so.
I wouldn't
yeah.
call myself a Shrek connoisseur.
But you're an Usher connoisseur, and Usher's
Keith loves Usher.
and Usher's Confessions was the highest selling album of the year.
Of course it was.
And no, you're supposed to go.
It's a classic.
You're supposed to go, yeah. Because that was the song of it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Man, this clip, we've all seen it. This is great. The famous American TV personality, Oprah Winfrey, on September the 13th, awarded each member of her audience a brand new
book
car. Each worth
You get a car.
You get a car.
And you get a car.
I mean, they got the me. They do it with bees.
Yeah.
You get bees. You get bees. And each car was worth around here we go, $28,500. She gave away 276 cars. What's the maths? I can't do the maths. What's that then?
It's a lot of millions.
Lots.
28,000 how much?
It was one of the greatest.
About 30 grand.
Yeah, 30 grand times 276.
Yeah.
But it was one of the greatest and biggest promotional stunts in the history of television. Many of the audience cried, screamed, fainted, and were in delirium as Oprah jumped and
It
said,
shows you how
"Everybody
massive
gets a
she
car."
was at the time. She was like, I'm freaking massive. I'm going out. Boom.
Yeah.
Have some of this.
Did they know they were going to get an award that day, or did the audience just turn up?
Probably
like
not.
normal?
Probably not.
Probably not. And that number is $8 million.
8 million.
She's dropped
Yeah.
8 mil on the audience.
Would it be
But she's
cheaper
worth
to
hundreds
release
of
bees?
millions.
Release
no,
the
but
bees.
8 mil in like 10 seconds.
I know, it is mad.
Damn.
But she's so like minted. She's just
She's
like, yeah, 8
horrendously
mil.
rich,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. Yeah, go on.
I don't want to lower the tone, and I don't want to make everyone sad, but unfortunately, in 2004, on Boxing Day, so right near the end, there was a huge tsunami.
Yeah.
Very, very sad. Indian Ocean crashing the East African coast. 9.3 magnitude earthquake as well was linked to it.
That's crazy.
Again, almost quarter of a million people died. The tsunami had twice the energy of all the bombs used in World War II. It's just incredible.
You can't like, how would you even,
it
it's
just
ridiculous.
wiped out huge amounts of land, didn't it? It was horrendous.
Look, we're a light-hearted podcast. We're not going to make any jokes about that, of course. That's very, very sad, of course. Let's move on to some other news. Other news?
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. We like Zuckerberg. Not really. He's a bit of an android, isn't he?
Seems to be, yeah.
Marmite? He's a
He's a
bit
bit Marmite.
Don't
But
have an
what was
opinion.
founded in 2004?
Facebook?
Facebook. I don't know if it was the Facebook or Facebook, but Facebook was launched. Here we go. We love these because we always. Who was in 2004 People Magazine's sexiest man alive?
Mark Zuckerberg?
No one knew who he was then.
He programmed it.
You tried to tie it in there. You've led him up the garden path. You haven't you? You looked at him and went, so Mark Zuckerberg.
He's given me the eyes. He's given me the eyes.
It's
Sent
not
me the other
Zucker.
way.
Brad Pitt.
No.
Shrek.
Shrek.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney. Straight to Wayne Rooney.
Nope.
Clooney.
It wasn't Clooney one of them. It wasn't in our previous pods, and wasn't
Possibly.
who was the other one we had as sexiest male? I think it was Harrison Ford, wasn't it? One of them. But this is a bit more recent, and actually, I didn't know he was. Well, I'll just say it. Jude Law.
Wow.
Okay. Bit left field, but I can see why.
Oh, God. There can't even much competition there.
Ouch.
Sorry, Jude.
I
Sorry,
think Jude's
Jude.
a handsome man.
No,
I'd
just
buy him a
kidding.
beer.
I'm just kidding.
I'd buy him a beer. It's a long run. We've done this for a few times now. I've got the top 10 baby names of 2004.
Topher.
Does Topher make an appearance?
Come on,
Well,
Topher.
we got Emily.
Emily.
We've got Emma.
Emma Topher.
We've got
Topher.
Madison. We've got Olivia. We've got Hannah. We've got Jacob. We've got Mike and all. No, we've got Michael. Mike and all. We got Josh and Joshua.
Joshua.
And Matthew and Ethan. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They were the top.
Nothing left
Nothing
field there.
funny or crazy
No,
there,
nothing
sadly.
crazy there.
I've got here a few heartthrobs of the year. We've mentioned Jude Law, George Clooney, Usher,
Yeah.
Keith loves Usher.
With the big album, yeah.
Johnny Depp. So I've got here Hugh Laurie. I think he went through
Laurie.
House.
It might have been when he was doing House.
My
Must
wife
have
said,
been,
I
must
don't
have
fancy
been.
Hugh Laurie, but as House, he's actually quite
Must have
attractive.
been House.
Let me just find out when House was on.
I was going
Have a
to say, did it start in 04?
Matt Damon. Maybe the Blackadder days, who knows? But Matt Damon. Brad Pitt, of course.
House.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hold up,
before
people.
you go on. Yeah. House, IMDb 8.7, very strong. Original release November 16th, 2004.
There you go.
So
Wow.
just got in
He's
there.
just got in there.
He's
They
just
were
got
like,
in there.
all like everyone in the land was like,
love
"Look
it.
at
Yeah, he
you."
blew everyone away there.
Sexy.
We've got the Timberlake as well, of course. Orlando Bloom.
Oh yeah.
Jake-
Orlando Bloom.
Oh, the Trouser Snake was in The Social Network as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that film was dull. Anyway, let's.
You're not a fan of Social Network?
Not that was a year, but yeah.
Man, it was dull film. I fell asleep.
I think it was well directed, and I thought that it was quite well edited. The music and sound was really quite put in really well.
It was boring.
You just wanted more Justin Timberlake.
I
That
just
wasn't 2004.
No.
So.
You were like,
Let's not talk about
when's
that.
Usher going to turn up?
Yeah, when's Usher? Yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
And we got, this is quite sad. So we got Jake Gyllenhaal and obviously Heath Ledger.
Oh.
Rest in peace. What a legend.
Yeah.
Got David Beckham and Ryan Reynolds. Wow. There you go.
Well, he was
Okay.
scraping in there.
An early
was
Ryan
scraping
Reynolds.
in.
Wrexham legend.
Who
Ryan
was Time Magazine's Person of the Year? Not quite as big as Sexiest Man Alive, but who was the Time?
Is it someone that we despise or someone that we like?
I think we feel a bit sorry for him.
We feel sorry for
Feel
him.
sorry for him. I was going to say Bill Gates.
Did we feel sorry for him then? Or do we
He
feel
was a
sorry
bit
for
of
him in hindsight?
he was a bit of a joke. I think he was out of his depth. I've got a feeling it's a rule that, spoiler alert, if you are the president of the US, you automatically become
W.
the people's. Yeah, so it is W.
W.
George W.
Okay.
Oh man. I don't want to.
I feel like he was,
remember
he was a
9/11.
bit of a
Maniacs.
puppet, wasn't he? I think?
Oh.
He was a puppet.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, let's move on from the politics.
Yes,
Let's
definitely.
get into scandals.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
don't
get in
really want
trouble.
to discuss scandals.
Scandal. We
Yeah,
like
I
a bit
don't-
of scandal.
I don't think the word atrocities will come across well
No,
in
no,
our
no.
podcast.
No,
but
we're no
Let's move on.
scandals. We won't get in trouble with
Scandals.
scandals.
Yeah, scandals. We like
Janet
scandals.
Jackson's which breast was semi-exposed?
The right one.
The right
Was it
one.
the-
Yes.
Was it the right one?
It was.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Not that I.
On your
wardrobe
right or
malfunction.
her right?
Or her.
Well,
right.
as you're
The
facing.
right
Her-
one. There's
well,
only,
yeah,
she
as
only
you're
has one
facing-
right breast.
No,
And
but so her right breast.
Who also was involved
as
in
you're
this
looking at it.
particular scandal?
Trouser Snake.
Yes. And actually, I actually felt a bit sorry for Janet Jackson because she got all the bad press for this, and Timberlake got away kind of scot-free, even though he was part of it, wasn't he? I don't know. It kind of ruined her career, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, I think apparently. I think
Was it? They do it on purpose.
They said it was a wardrobe malfunction, didn't
But he
they?
clearly goes
Yeah.
and rips it off.
it was at the 2004 Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl, yeah.
Who was playing in 2004 Super Bowl? Jaguars, I think.
Yeah, Jag. clearly.
Jags won.
Definitely.
Jags won.
No.
Yeah,
Not sure.
Rock Your Body was playing, and unfortunately, she rocked her body too much, and
I think for a while it put her in the kind of, in the bin a little bit in some people's minds. But I've got to be honest, I think now, yes, it's a thing, but I don't think it's ruined anything.
Next scandal, although actually maybe it's the best hours of this person's life. For how many hours was Britney Spears married in 2004 to her high school friend Jason Alexander? I'll give you have a guess. How many hours?
Is it less than 24?
It's more than 24.
It's more than 24.
48.
That's Keith's guess.
82.
I've gone 56.
You are 55.
Hey!
55 hours of magic.
You get a car.
I mean, we can't really laugh at Britney Spears because she went through a lot of tough times, and maybe this was kind of the start of it. She wasn't
Yeah.
particularly. I've got time for Britney Spears and respect to her. She's, respect. So I don't know too much about Jason Alexander, but there you go. This is really interesting. This is an odd story. Police discovered a movie theatre in the Paris catacombs. It was equipped with a giant cinema screen, seats, projection equipment, film reels, a fully stocked bar, and a complete restaurant with tables and chairs. Its power source and the identity of those responsible remain unknown.
Amazing.
Can you
That's
imagine
cool.
that?
I've never heard that before.
Secret.
Apparently,
That
yeah.
is secret cinema.
Yeah. And what films? I want to know.
In the
Dirty
catacombs.
ones.
It's Dead Kino from Call of Duty.
No, it's just Shrek 2 on loop. Shrek 2. Did you see? I think I must try and find a picture on Twitter. Someone's been collecting Shrek VHSs, and he's got over about 500 copies of just the Shrek VHS.
Oh my god.
I know, that's what he collects.
Why?
Doesn't make retro game collecting seem so bad, eh?
It doesn't.
500
You know. Ashley Simpson, are we a fan?
I have no opinion.
Can't,
Say I have
Well,
know a great deal about
She's going to go down in your opinions
What'd she do?
because she was caught lip syncing on Saturday Night Live. Tut tut tut.
Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
But everyone
It's
does that
it's
now.
quite-
That's
quite
like
bad.
a cool thing to do now, 20 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
I think to call that a scandal is probably
Yeah.
quite
Oh my God.
This is cool. In 2004, Eminem dissed Michael Jackson on Just Lose It. I wish I knew what the diss was. But in response, and I think he did this with the Beatles, Michael Jackson bought all of Eminem's publishing. Didn't he buy? Didn't he? If he could bought the Beatles, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Back
did.
catalogue?
He
Bought
did,
the Beatles
yeah.
back catalogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
He
say a
bought the
lot about
rights to
Michael
it.
Jackson, but he's canny than people think, or he was at least.
He wanted to release.
Rest
I
in
think he
peace.
wanted to release "Come Together," and there was like a big hoo-ha about it. Like, you can't do that because X, Y, Z. So he went, "Okay, I'll just buy the whole lot." So he did. He literally did. That was
Wasn't that
was
the song at the end of Moonwalker?
yes. Come Together. Yeah.
Full circle. Two of the best-selling toys of that year were the Bratz dolls. Apparently, they made their appearance, and
God.
the dancing Dora the Explorer figurine. Should we get back to gaming?
Please.
Yeah. No more scandal.
No more
About
scandal.
lip syncing and
I'm going
Bratz.
to go through some of the big dates, what happened in the gaming year, and you got to guess how many times Atari gets. I'm joking. I don't think Atari gets mentioned. January the 20th, Wired Vaporware Awards gives its first Lifetime Achievement Award to a recurring winner, Duke Nukem Forever. It wasn't released
Forever.
then. Yeah. Do you remember Duke Nukem Forever?
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit. That's quite. It was. When was it finally released? So Duke Nukem Forever was always in production.
Yeah.
Became a
It
complete
took
joke.
forever. Duke Nukem took
It finally
forever.
was released in 2011, and it was a damp squib. If I'm being honest.
You mean a damp squid?
Yeah. I do.
Aren't all squids damp?
Some other sad news. Actually, you mentioned Wolfenstein earlier, but on February the 26th, Castle Wolfenstein creator Silas Warner died sadly at the age of 54. Legend, really did one of the most important FPS games of all time.
Oh, yeah.
So respect to him. March 4th, Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences hosts the 7th annual Interactive Achievement Awards. And our friend Peter Molyneux was there as well, and he was inaugurated into the Hall of Fame.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually our friend Peter Molyneux, but
We spoke about him a few times.
yeah, we respect his work.
May the 11th, Nintendo officially announces its Revolution console was in development. What was it later called? The Wii. Can you imagine the Revolution U?
Yeah, it doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
Wii U.
They went there.
August the 3rd, Doom 3 is released. We're starting the Breakthrough franchise and featuring complex graphics features.
You
such
love
as,
FPSs. as
I know.
well.
I just couldn't get
but
into
it included unified lighting, shadowing, real-time, fully dynamic per-pixel lighting,
got it on my Switch.
and stencil shadowing. It actually became its best-selling game to date.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom in your face.
Just because it's best selling doesn't mean I have to like it.
Boom in your face.
And we've had the game's story writer on the pod in the past.
We have
Matthew Costello.
Matthew Costello. He's right here. Not here, but
He's not here right now.
He's in our back catalogue.
In you come, Matthew.
We keep him in a closet.
Yeah.
No.
On October
Going dark
12th,
now.
EA launches the multi-format FIFA Football 2005. It is the last major title to be released for the original PlayStation.
Wow.
2000.
11 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
After
in
it came
2004, but they call it
Okay,
2005.
10 years after it was launched.
This is big. In November, Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 are officially released on the PC around the world.
Massive.
Oh man, we've done a whole pod on it. Blah blah blah. One of the best games ever made. Counter Strike Source also amazing. Got proper addicted to it. Here we go. There is Atari news. You guys are excited?
He's got it in there somehow.
is it
He's got
good
it in.
November the 17th, Atari releases the Atari Flashback,
Oh god.
which I think was like a console, wasn't it? Like a.
It was one of those
Was
built-in
it a
thingies,
plug?
wasn't it?
What was it? Or
Plug and play thing.
I think it was a plug. James will Google it.
I'm having
it
a quick
wasn't
look
like
now.
the
I'm having a
Evercade
quick-
thing. It wasn't a handheld.
No,
thing, was it?
is that the one that was just the stick that had all the stuff in it that you plugged to the telly?
Oh no, I had one of those. They did loads of cheapy ones of those. I don't know.
Please, James, please find out
So
what it
we
is.
have Atari. So it's essentially looks like a 2600, 2 sticks, load of games on it, etc., etc.
Oh, okay.
One box solution type thing.
Oh,
By the
Revolutionary.
by the-
And
that was-
ironically, Flashback was released on the Atari Jaguar, but a few years prior.
Yeah.
Yeah. November 21st, Nintendo launched its Nintendo DS console in the United States with its enhanced remake Super Mario 64 DS. Boom, boom, boom. And December the 12th, Sony launches the PlayStation Portable in Japan, later released in other markets in 2005. There you go.
Amazing.
That's the
console that
gaming
is
news.
as well. Hello, PSP. Hello.
I've also got some gaming business news.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Hit
again,
me.
whiz for it really quickly. Ubisoft acquires Tiwak.
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 To what?
To what?
To
To
who?
who?
No idea. No idea. In February, Electronic Arts consolidates, rolls most of the Maxis and Origin systems into its Redwood Shores studio. I've got a bit of a bone to pick with Electronic Arts. They
You don't
do,
like them, and I know why you don't like them.
because they've
Because of
got
the Westwood Studios.
Westwood Studios and even Max in Origin systems. I'm a big fan of those. They kind of just got rid of them
Swallowed
slowly,
them all
didn't
up.
they? Swallow them up.
Yeah.
And just ugh.
Got their IPs. Well, that's what, those guys would have made money on them. So you can't feel too sorry for them.
This is big news. Look at this. Sammy Corporation, never heard of them, but they bought a big controlling share in Sega for $1.1 billion. And they created a new company,
Sega Sammy.
Sega Sammy Holdings. What exactly, who are these Sammy dudes?
I'm not sure.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, I just
Definitely
know
rings a
that
bell.
that's what the company was called. Sega Sammy.
Can you imagine if they changed like the...
Sammy.
to be this good takes Sammy Sega.
Sammy. Amas.
Oh, anyway, July, Square Enix restructures executive branches around the world. Meh. September the 1st, Acclaim declares bankruptcy and closes its doors. No. Poor Dylan. Oh no, come back.
What a shame.
Yep. December 13th, Electronic Arts purchases a 5-year exclusive agreement for the rights to the NFL, which includes all NFL teams, stadiums, and players for use in their EA football video games.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Happy
So
with that?
that's interesting because if Acclaim were doing, it was Midway, the NFL Blitz games.
Yep.
Interesting.
So they must have stopped around that time when EA bought all the rights to everything.
And
Well,
the
you've
back.
got much of a choice when someone's got a sledgehammer. haven't you?
Trip Hawkins back with his old shenanigans.
Whee.
He bought 20% stake of Ubisoft as well, right at the end of the year, and the purchase at the time was considered hostile by Ubisoft.
Oh, how dare you.
Hostile Trip.
Grr. There wasn't that many, I mentioned it already, there wasn't that many consoles released that year, but we had the DS and we had the PlayStation Portable. Roughly, how many units sold for each of those were recorded? I've got the numbers here actually. So how many
What, all time?
of
Like,
all time?
Oh, crumbs.
DS be massive.
DS is, wow, that's
DS
a
is
crazy big number.
ridiculous. Yeah.
But even the PlayStation Portable is surprisingly big.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not, well,
Really?
go on,
I
give me the
Shall we
numbers.
go? Let's guess PSP first.
Go on then.
Because then obviously the DS is going to wipe the floor with it. 10 million.
No, see, I'm surprised by this number.
I'm surprised because I don't
PSP.
think. I feel like it sold well maybe in Japan or PSP. Okay, then 25.
More.
More?
So, so hold on, PSP. This is
PSP.
worldwide. To
Worldwide.
Up to date, yeah.
Okay.
It was
Well, they
released
stopped
in
selling
2004,
years ago.
discontinued in 2014, which I find crazy.
40 mil.
No, more.
What?
See, James, check this out. Apparently, it's sold 82 million.
check.
I don't believe
82 million!
No.
82 million PSP units.
No.
Just check that. All right, DS, how many?
Oh, double it. 160 million.
People, that's basically spot on. 154 million. That's pretty close.
Wow.
Well done.
People love handheld stuff.
You know what?
But check that, James. The PSP, I don't quite.
That is mad.
Well, this is
82
I'm on.
million.
This is Wikipedia as the source here, and it is 80 to 82 million, but it says in brackets estimate.
Okay,
But even
well.
if it's anywhere close
Still.
to that, that's massive. Yeah.
It's like a PS2 in your pockets, but that is a brilliant little thing. I've got mine. I've lost mine somewhere. It's in this house somewhere. But yeah.
that's big.
Are you ready for the top 20 grossing movies?
Oh, let's do it.
And we've mentioned number one.
She's all
Shrek.
right.
She's all right.
I'm like, what? I don't think
This
it
is-
was, I don't think it was 2004.
It was
come
way
up in
before that.
every blinking pod.
God damn it.
I just
Every time I hear
just-
about this film.
Freddie, come on the show.
God's sake.
Hacky sack. Yeah.
Shrek 2.
Tell me some other big films in that year.
Aviator.
Aviator?
Aviator?
No.
DiCaprio? No.
No.
Was that year? It was 2004.
No.
Why didn't you do 2003? Then we could have said Equilibrium.
Yeah. Sorry.
That would have been highest grossing.
Yeah.
No.
No.
When I think of 2004, the film I always think of is Shaun of the Dead. It's probably not highest grossing.
I
but
don't
it's the
see it
film
in
I always
the
think
top
of.
20. Do you want me to whiz for them?
Go on.
And while we're doing it, we've got to try and think, had they made video games of these as well? It'd be quite fun. I don't know.
Okay.
If, yeah, let's,
There's Shrek games.
There
let's
are
go
Shrek
from 20
games.
to 1.
Oh, sorry. Going backwards.
Ocean's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tried too hard to be cool, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the one where they all put on Arsenal tracksuits? And is that the second one?
Yes. When we'll allow that.
Yeah.
We'll allow that.
We'll allow
They're like trying
We might talk
allow it,
about
bruv.
Arsenal a little bit later in the sports roundup.
Okay. Oh God. Now I know why he picked 2004.
So, number 19, The Grudge.
Oh, that's
Oh,
all right.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Would you play a video game of The Grudge?
Yeah, it'd be
I don't
pretty
know
scary.
How? Yeah, it would be. a
The
bit scary.
Village is next. What's The Village?
That's
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding dong.
Fair enough.
That's got a
Man.
good twist though. That one for a Shyamalan.
I would play a video game of this next film.
Shamalay.
I think we are fans of this. Dodgeball.
Oh,
Yes.
what a
I
film!
love that film.
Oh,
I
that's-
love that.
If you
film.
can dodge Spanish, you
What are
can
the
dodge
five?
balls.
What are the 5 Ds? Is it the 5 Ds?
Dip, dodge, dodge,
No,
dive,
dodge,
duck, and
dip,
dodge.
dive, and dodge.
There you go.
By the American
Dodges
Dodgeball
twice.
Association
That's
of
it.
America.
Dodges twice.
Yeah.
Well, it's that important.
It is important.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
And the pirate, Pete the pirate.
Steve.
Oh, Steve the pirate.
Pirate Steve.
There's a guy in our team dressed like a pirate.
Do you know what's really funny when you watch that back now? I don't know if you remember.
I
There's
wanna
a bit
watch
where
it.
Vince Vaughn's character, he's going to leave them all for like a load of money. He's going to leave them in the lurch, and he's at the bar. And Lance Armstrong comes to sort of talk
Yes.
to... And
It hasn't aged well.
No, this is pre...
Respectable US hero, Lance Armstrong.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
You know, and he was an inspiration because he come back from all those cancers and, yeah, hasn't aged well. But it's still a great film. It's really funny, and Ben Stiller's so funny in that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of Ben Stiller's best films.
Yeah.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yes, what a line!
Oh man, they should make a sequel. Well, should they make a sequel?
No, it's done.
It's done.
They shouldn't have. They
Average
shouldn't have made.
Jones.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made Anchorman 2. And
This
they
is
shouldn't
my
have made.
fitness consigliere, Michelle.
It's such a good film.
But yeah, definitely, it's worth watching again.
Bad,
Definitely.
bad. And then we had number 16, a bit more serious, but I think a good documentary. Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
make
yeah.
a video game of that.
That caused a bit of
do
a
not
stir.
make a video game of that. I think there is a video game in the next one, Van Helsing. I think they actually made
Yeah,
it.
Do you know
See-
what? That was actually I thought a decent film.
It hasn't held up. It hasn't aged
No,
well.
it hasn't,
But
but at
it
the
was
time-
entertaining. They rammed everything in. Like, oh, there's Frankenstein. Oh, there's the vampires and
Yeah.
Dracula and what else? The
There
wolf,
was,
werewolves. It's got like everything.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh no,
Was it Jekyll and Hyde?
No, that's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're
Or was there a
right. No,
Jekyll
at the
and Hyde?
beginning,
I'm
at
sure
the
there's
very
a version
beginning,
of
he
Jekyll and
hunts him
Hyde.
down.
And he was running across
Yes,
the rooftops.
Yeah,
Haven't
sorry,
seen
that's
it.
the very beginning. You've
Me
never seen
neither,
Van
they just-
Helsing?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, can I have
this-
another stab?
The CGI is
At the film?
terrible.
And do you know what? I looked. Aviator was 2004. I must have just enjoyed it more than
It's
most
probably
people.
21. It's probably 21.
Probably.
There you go. Yeah, but 21, 20 and a half. 20 and a half.
At 14th place, 50 First Dates.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's watchable, isn't
Watchable.
it? 13 is Troy. Oh my words! The amount of hype for that
It's
film.
boring.
Oh, it's
I
so
found, it, I
rubbish.
found it really boring.
It really didn't
Yeah.
light up as much as it
No,
should because
no, no.
the wasn't the trailer was with Achilles, wasn't it, with Brad Pitt? Like,
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
bit where he
yeah.
has that
The
fight.
fight, yeah.
And then that fight's kind of like the highlight of the film.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
thing.
bit. I thought it was
Yeah.
a bit dull, to be honest.
The amount of hype. It was supposed to be like Brad
Brad
Pitt. He's going to get an Oscar
Yeah,
for
that
this.
is crowning
It was-
glory. Yeah.
The only good thing is Sean Bean didn't die.
Hooray.
He survived. Troy.
No, I don't believe you. I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah. In 12th place, we got iRobot.
Yeah,
That's a
I
pretty
remember
good film.
enjoying that. It was entertaining at the time. It's basically Will Smith is racist against robots.
And
He hates
He
robots.
hates them robots.
there's going to be a sequel. It's going to star Chris Rock and Will Smith again. Lots of fighting scenes.
Lots of slaps.
Just one fight scene.
Yeah,
That's it.
They,
Year today.
Isn't
Year
there like
today.
the competition, the slapping each other?
Oh, have you seen that?
Oh my words!
It's disturbing.
Would you
Have
pay
seen
money
it?
to see Will
What?
Smith, Chris Rock?
The slapping thing on it's like that Dana White started it. You know the guy that runs UFC.
Yes. Yeah, there's actual
Where
slap
they
battles.
stand face to face and they slap each other as hard as they can. But
Yep.
because your head's not meant to take that force, so
No.
people like there are people standing behind them to catch them.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Just knock 'em
They-
out.
they
It's
get knocked
scary.
sparko.
Yeah,
Gone.
straight out.
Out.
Scary.
We don't condone that.
No,
I
we
will.
don't.
He could have knocked him out. Will Smith could have knocked him.
He could have done.
Well,
Could have done.
he
He
didn't.
slapped him hard enough.
He didn't.
Covered quite
but-
well, to be fair.
Moving on.
The Polar Express
Yeah,
Like
it's
it.
okay. It's
No, come on,
the
it's for the
kids
kids,
like it. The kids
For the
like
kids.
it. Tom Hanks, come on.
10th place, National Treasure.
They're good films.
Enjoyed it.
They're
Yeah.
they're like Indiana Jones light.
Quite forgettable. Quite
Yeah,
forgettable.
but you know, Nick
yeah.
Cage.
Shark Tale.
I like Shark Tale.
Another Will Smith caper.
I like Shark Tale.
Not bad.
Yeah,
a caper.
I like the map.
Why are you looking at me? I'm
Everyone's looking at
Yo, we need an in-depth analysis
We
on
need your
Shark
input on
Tale.
Shark
We need
Tale.
it now.
It's very bitey.
In 8th place, we got Meet the Fockers.
I liked
Yeah.
it at the time. It
Yeah.
was pretty funny at the time.
Seventh-
Gaylord Fokker. Come on.
Number 7, The Bourne Supremacy.
Good film.
Yeah.
Good series of films.
Meh?
Yeah,
Are you
meh.
meh?
I mean,
Are you
not
meh
really.
on
I'm
Bourne
over-
films?
I like the first one.
Yeah. I'm not that. Number 6, The Day After Tomorrow. I think that's pretty watchable, to be
Again,
fair.
there was some good cinema. I enjoyed
Never
watching
seen.
that at the cinema. You've never seen
You've not
it?
seen Day After
Never
Tomorrow?
seen.
It's well worth watching. It's a
Oh,
bit
it's-
nuts, but there are a couple of iffy scenes. But I tell you what, it's not a bad watch. Good popcorn flick.
Yeah,
Sit down,
that's
switch your
fair,
brain,
that's
switch
fair.
your brain
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
popcorn back. Great. Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
Good
that's
one.
fair.
5th place, we got Harry Potter and the
Philosopher's Stone.
Chamber of
The
Secrets.
goblet
No.
thing.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes,
Prisoner
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the best one.
Film or book?
Best film.
Okay.
Not into any of that.
No, I've only seen.
I've only read
20 years ago.
I've only read The Prisoner of Azkaban as well, actually. So no.
That's a weird. You didn't read the first book.
No,
Okay,
I
straight-
just wanted to
jump
read the
straight
book
into
of my
that one.
favourite one. So I just started reading Prisoner of Azkaban.
which
and
is the
just kept going.
third film in the
Yeah.
series. Yeah. The 4th film, number 4. Now we've got The Incredibles.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
great.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Really,
great
yeah,
Pixar
really
film.
good. Film.
In 3rd film, we've got Mel Gibson
Oh,
Passion
the
of the
Passion.
Christ.
directing The Passion of the Christ.
Yes.
Never seen it, truthfully.
No.
Massively controversial at the time.
Yeah.
But actually quite a good move by him because that kind of, put him back on the map, didn't it?
I've also got.
And also as a hater of a certain,
Yeah.
a certain people. Anyway.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
yeah, let's move on. Didn't be happy about this. Spider-Man 2 in 2nd place.
Love
Was
it.
that 2004?
Apparently so.
Me and Keith would have done Orange Wednesday that year then.
Must have.
Because we did all the Spider-Men.
The Spider-Men.
Spider-Men's.
Spider-Mans.
Orange Wednesday.
And for those not from the UK, what's an Orange Wednesday?
Sorry, an Orange Wednesday. It's Orange
we
Wednesday.
did an Orange
Me and Dill
Wednesday.
used to paint ourselves orange and go to the
Yeah.
cinema.
And it's also not a
Perfectly
euphemism.
normal.
It's not a euphemism. Orange used to be a phone company, and now which is another phone company over here. And every Wednesday they used to offer a little voucher, and you could take your bud and buy one,
2 for 1, was it?
2 for 1, 2 for 1. And so we basically stole Keith's partners at the time's codes and had a great time with that one.
There we go.
Spider-Man 2 is the best of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Is it? Who's in that again? Who's the main villains?
Dr. Octopus.
Oh, Alpha Molina.
Yeah.
Molina.
Alfred Molina.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he's good.
Who's the guy that says I'm something of a scientist myself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Willem Dafoe in the
Oh,
Green
yeah.
Goblin. Yeah, in the
Ah,
first
He's good in
one.
that, isn't
That's
he?
in the first one.
That's such a great quote, isn't
I
it?
love,
Something of a
I
scientist
love Willem Dafoe.
myself.
He's great.
I'm a fan. And in 1st place, we already spoke about it. Who cares? Shrek 2.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, move on. Just because I like talking about movies and I don't like talking about video jokes, I want to pick out a few other kind of highest rated
Oh,
films.
go on.
I love this film. I have to say, I watched it again quite recently. Sideways. I think it's such a good film.
You bought me Sideways for one of my birthday presents.
It's a film you watch going, do I actually enjoy this? It's quite slow, but there's something about it I find it
What is it?
very
It's
interesting.
the one.
It's the one where they're in the
The
valleys and
yeah,
they're
yeah,
going to all
I
the
have seen
vineyards.
It's like a buddy
Paul
movie.
Giamatti's in it.
He's
Who
brilliant.
else
And
is in it?
Sandman's in it.
Yeah.
Guy who plays Sandman.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have
Are
to
you
check
a
that
fan?
out and see if I could enjoy it.
I've only seen it once. I think I need to watch it again.
I think
It's kind of a quirky little.
it's quirky and
yeah.
it's not a film. You got to have a glass of wine when you watch it. It's the law.
It did well at the awards and stuff, didn't it?
I
It was,
actually think
I know
it's-
it wasn't a big film, but it was critically.
Really, really enjoyed it, and I just wanted to highlight that one.
All right, here's one for the list.
Before you go and do this, another good film from that year, The Machinist.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
If you haven't seen it,
Yes. Great
Christian
film.
Bale, amazing.
Christian Bale is very good in that. He loses a lot of weight. I think he deserves an Oscar for that, personally.
It's a
in
good
my
movie.
humble
I
opinion.
don't think enough people have seen that. It's a great
Yeah.
film.
I've got the top 10. I'm going to whiz through these really quickly, I promise. But top 10
Are these the highest rated? Go on.
IMDb films in 2004. So we've got Nobody Knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows
I don't know
who
it.
it is.
I don't know
Number
it.
10 is.
I don't know it.
The Sea Inside.
Don't know it.
No. Kill Bill Volume 2.
Oh, I love it.
Love it. The Incredibles. Meh. We've spoke about that already. Hotel Rwanda.
Not seen it.
$1 Million Baby. Keith's favourite actress, isn't it? Before Sunset, which I think is a good film. Quite a nice romantic, but quite very well done film with Ethan Hawke and
Oh, I've not seen it.
I can't remember
I like
the
Ethan
actress. Downfall as well.
Oh, was that
Downfall.
2004?
Apparently
That's
so.
an amazing
Blimey,
film. If
that's
you haven't
years
seen
old.
it,
Oh.
that's one of Hitler's last days.
They
in-
all see the
Very
memes.
good,
They
very good.
link it to
It's
football
called
stuff. don't
Der
they?
Untergang in
Does it?
German. That won loads of awards. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, they do the memes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very clever. Howl's Moving Castle. I'm a big
Oh,
Studio
Oh,
Ghibli
that's
fan.
a great
Beautiful.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's in the top.
My kids love that as well.
It's very good,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Howl's Moving
it's
Castle.
beautiful.
And the number one, I really like this film as well. I haven't seen it for a while. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, I
Jim
liked it.
Carrey.
Jim
At his
Carrey's
best.
best.
Yeah, I like that.
Non-comedy.
I
was
heard.
good.
I heard recently he shouldn't have done that film because the director at the time knew that he was going through a lot of mental health issues, and the director actually almost said, "Play on it. We want you to be. We want
lean
almost
into
that darkness to come in." And that's probably in a weird way why he was so good in it. But Jim Carrey said, "I really shouldn't have done that film. It wasn't helping my state of mind." But in a funny way, it probably added to his acting.
That's a big risk to get. To
Yeah,
try
Jim
and
Carrey
someone
kind
to
of
use that
slated
for
the director
real.
many years later, and I like Jim Carrey. I think he, yeah.
I think he's quite. He's a good commentator now as a kind of an older guy because he's got a very kind of level head now. Whereas a lot of people previously thought he was just a goofball who basically just would spout a load of funny lines. Whereas now, if you listen to a lot of his round table interviews and stuff, they're really insightful.
Well, and he's gone from like the heights of, he was like the, number one actor in Hollywood for a little while, wasn't he? To sort
He had
of
the purple
disappearing
patch.
almost. Yeah.
Video games.
I'll go on.
Highest rated,
have to.
highest rated video.
I've got best-selling video games. I've got the top 10 best-selling. So
San
number one,
Andreas.
Well, we know what number one is.
San Andreas. I suppose we should start from the bottom. In 10th place, which is a bit weird because, wow. Okay, we'll come. Number 10 and number 2 are interlinked. But in number 10, we've got Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. And that sold 1.6 million. In 9th place, we've got Need for Speed Underground 2.
Oh my god! That is an absolute classic. And if you want something that is crying out for a remake or remaster, that's the one. Obviously some people weren't into like car games and stuff at the time, but that is that has got a huge following and people still play that. And there's a lot of people still stream it on like the retro sites on TikTok and stuff like that. Big game. And it was praised massively for the sound effects because the sound effects were bang on. Great game.
2.5 million sold there. Number 8, we played this a lot, was Pro Evolution Soccer 4.
Good game.
Known as
That was
One of the best.
Apart from 6. 6 is my favourite, and then 4.
4's great.
5 was
Who's Adriano? Who's that front cover? Is that 4?
That was 6. No, 5.
no,
6.
5 was John Terry.
Who was Henri?
Henri, wasn't it? Henri was 5.
No, Henri and Terry was 5. And maybe it was 6 then.
We like them. They went through a good period.
We're verifying.
You can't
One
go
moment,
wrong.
please.
The
Moment,
the first
please.
6. Love them. So good.
That sold 2.6 million. Dylan's checking. But in 7th place, we've got ESPN NFL 2K5. Keith, does that mean anything to you?
Never played that
Take
one.
Two
wasn't,
Interactive.
I wasn't really playing the NFL games then, so I haven't.
2.6 million sold. This is a massive game. It must be mainly in Japan. In 6th place, we've got Dragon Quest 8. I'm not going to pronounce the other stuff. I'll get it all wrong.
Let's have a look.
But look, 3.3 million.
Dragon
Look,
Quest 8. Sora to Umi to Daichi to Norowareshi Himegimi. I probably
Very good.
Still butchered it, but
Apologies to any Japanese
Yeah.
listeners if Keith's butchered
Very
that,
English
but
translation.
That sounded pretty good.
So
though, I have to
that's
be
the pre-evolution
Oh,
6
there you go.
colour.
Look, there you go.
Here's Adriano and
John Terry,
John Terry again.
Terry lurking in the background.
but we're technically covering Pro Evo 4 here, Dylan, not 6.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
a bit
no, no.
finicky.
wanted the
4.
Told.
4
He wanted Adriano.
I think 4's the one with Colina on
Can you
the
check?
cover.
Can you check?
Okay.
Pierluigi Colina was on the cover of one of them.
Can you imagine having referees to that standard these days?
He was. It was
Oh.
like orange. That's either 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
No, 4 is Kalina.
Yeah.
Henri.
crazy.
The bald referee.
Imagine that Mark
And your
Clattenburg on
man.
the cover.
And your man, Francesco Totti. Yeah. There you go. So that's 4.
Keith likes a bit of totty.
I love a bit of toy here.
In 5th place, Madden NFL,
Okay.
4.2 million. 4th place is Halo 2, and respect, because that's an Xbox exclusive, big seller.
Yeah.
We're a fan.
Big fan of that game.
If people could see what Dylan's doing
I'm
right
doing the okay. Like,
Okay.
Salt me.
Welcome to the family.
Halo 2.
Salt me.
Yeah, a massive game that.
I don't like to burst Pro Evolution Soccer 4's bubble, but in 3rd place, we got FIFA Soccer 2005. 4.5 million. No. Just no.
No, I wasn't playing FIFAs at that time.
No.
Just wasn't.
There was 2 types of people in the world, wasn't there, back then?
What ones that like Pro Evo and ones that were wrong.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly.
I find this weird. If you're going to buy a Pokemon game and there's 2 available, you wouldn't think there'll be such a huge difference in the options.
If you're going to say Fire Red is next.
No, yeah, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire / Emerald was 10th place, 1.6 million. Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green, another Game Boy Advance game. I assume it's the same
No, they're different things.
Oh, okay.
So the leaf green and the thingy bobs were the new advanced ones for the year,
Fair
and
dues.
the other ones must have been the
Old
year
school.
before.
My
What would you say?
apologies.
Pokemon Ruby?
No, well, that's the 10th place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, 'cause
Just
I think
check,
that was
yes.
the older one.
Okay, fair enough. The new Pokemon games then got about almost 6 million, and the highest selling game, San Andreas,
Don't know how much.
almost 7 million
Wow.
across the
That's
world.
a lot.
That is
Yeah,
a lot.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire were released in 2002, actually. So for them to still be in the charts like 2 years later, pretty good.
Spectre. I've also got the best-selling games in Japan and the US and PAL. I'll whiz them really quickly. Actually, no, Keith, you can do the Japanese ones, please, because I can't pronounce them very well.
What?
You see.
All right, best selling video games in Japan. Okay, number 10.
He's regretting it now.
No. I'm just like, what? Derby Stallion 4 or 04, which is a simulation game by Enterbrain.
Horse
They
racing
do
game,
like a
John?
bit of horse racing.
Derby
So
Stallion, is that
yeah.
Dean? Is that Dino?
Derby That's Dean.
That's just for you, mate.
That's his eBay name.
Not the
Derby
Italian stallion.
04.
Who? Look, I can't do a Derby.
Derby Stallion.
Number 9, Gran Turismo 4. Number 8, Metal. These aren't hard to pronounce. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
Number 7, Jisen Pakislot Shinshushu Hokuto no Ken.
Hakuto no Ken.
Fist of the North Star.
There you go.
By Sammy Corporation
Sammy.
for the PS2. Number 6, Sengoku Musu
Sammy.
Samurai Warriors. Number 5, Winning 11-8, which is
Pro Evo, isn't it?
Evo 4. Yeah. Dragon Quest 5. Dragon Quest 5, Tenku no Hanayome, the Heavenly Bride. Number 4. Number 3, Pokemon Ruby / Sapphire / Emerald. Number 2, Pokemon Fire Red / Leaf Green. Number 1 is Dragon Quest 8, Sora to Umi to Daichi to Norowareshi Himegimi.
We now apologise to everyone in Japan.
I was saying words then. It just sounded like I was mumbling into the microphone. But yeah.
Thank you, Keith. In the US, we had Star Wars Battlefront.
I've not
Looking at
played that
James.
original one. Have you played that one?
Yes, yeah. I Battlefront 1 and 2. 2 was my personal favourite, but yeah, they were good. Very different to anything else that was around at the time.
We've mentioned all these before, really. But isn't it? I just mentioned a few of the new ones. Spider-Man 2.
The game.
on the PS2.
Oh, real good game, that
Yeah.
is. Mm.
I think we mentioned the others, really. Let me just check the PAL list. Oh, Driver made it into the top 10 for the PAL regions. Driver.
Oh, yeah, I used to really enjoy that.
I never got past the tutorial.
The tutorial was really hard.
Multi-platform.
Multi-platform.
Wow.
Sonic Heroes, that came in number 6th place.
In where? Oh, in the UK.
You mean Drive with a
Oh, this
3?
is UK.
Drive
Yeah.
3.
Oh, Driver 3.
Driver
yeah,
3.
yeah,
Driver, it's got the 3 in it, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit confused. Oh, Sonic Heroes. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's
We've also...
not terrible.
allow it.
It's not terrible.
We'll allow it.
We've got Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yes.
Yeah, what
Love
a game that
Love
is.
that.
Oh, what a game.
That's GTA,
Great game.
GTA Simpsons.
So
yeah.
the biggest selling games in the UK, it is UK, sorry, and US, and also Australia, there you go, is GTA San Andreas. I've also got the top 10 from Australia, already told you number 1. We've also got Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec.
Okay, yeah.
SingStar made it in there. V8 Supercars 2.
No.
No?
Okay.
Nope.
Being
and
in Australia.
The rest we've mentioned, yeah, Australia. Oh, Ratchet and Clank made it into the Australian top 10.
Nice. Good game.
Yeah. Should we talk about the best-selling albums?
Go on. Yeah.
Well, even if you say no, you're going to say yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go from 10 to 1. Yeah. I think these are global sales.
Is this
but-
albums, yeah?
Albums. They might be US, but I think it's global. If it's US, whatevs. Who cares?
If there's country albums in there, you'll know it's US.
Oh, exactly. We've got Love, Angel, Music, Baby by
Usher. No.
Love.
Gwen Stefani.
Mm.
Then we've got Avril Lavigne with Under My Skin.
I
Good
think
album,
that
though.
was her second album, I think.
Sold
wasn't it?
8 million.
Good album. There's good albums there.
Encore by
Usher.
Eminem.
No.
He's just going to keep saying Usher until he gets it right.
Owned by Michael Jackson. Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb.
Oh, that's you too, isn't it?
It is you
Yeah.
two.
Mm-hmm.
They do sound a little bit pretentious, don't they?
A little bit.
A little
yeah.
bit.
But I remembered it was them just off that title.
Yeah.
I don't have that album or listen to it.
What's
I
that?
just
What's
knew
that
it was
comedy
them.
film from the 50s? Is it? It's something like different ways. I forget now.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
That's
I
really
know the
quite-
one you mean.
You know, it's got the bottom of the title.
It's Doctor Strangelove.
That's it.
And what's this? This like a subtitle, isn't it?
I know what you're.
That's you can't fight in here. This is the War Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic. Anyway,
I really did like that film. I forget the name of it. Feels Like Home.
Yeah,
Feels Like Home is by whom?
that sounds familiar.
Snow Patrol? I don't know.
It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar.
He strayed away from Usher.
No, it's Nora Jones.
Oh,
She
Lord,
wishes
yeah,
she was Snow Patrol.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow.
That's my name.
Back to Bedlam by James Blunt.
All right, yeah.
Oh, here you go. Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Nice.
That should have
What
been
the
a
film
much
was
better
called.
title for you two, shouldn't it? Greatest hits. That's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Guns N' Roses' greatest hits. That's a bit of a
Cheeky.
cheeky way of getting the top 10. American Idiot by Green Day.
Uh-huh.
And smashing it out there. Wow. Usher. Confessions. 20 million copies sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah. What's this?
Adrian's just
Adrian's just found a page.
what's
that's popped
this?
out of
Oh,
his
I know what this is. Sorry. This is this is the UK top 10 albums. I think that was US.
That must have been
before.
US.
Top selling
So really
breakfast
quick-
cereals in 2004.
Yes, what is this? We got Il Divo. Do you want to actually mention some?
Il Divo.
Il Divo.
Really? Is that what you were going to say?
Il Divo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Look, Dylan would be happy. In ninth place, Final Straw by
Snow Patrol.
Yay!
I would like to point out that I don't like Snow Patrol.
Yes, you do.
You Love It.
He likes Nora Jones.
Nora Jones is back with Feels Like Home in 8th place.
she wishes she was
If
Snow Patrol.
I'm now Usher's number one
Usher-
fan, you're now Snow Patrol's number one
Usher's not number one. Usher's 7.
fan. Oh, okay.
Anastasia is in 6th place with Anastasia. Call Off the Search by
Anastasia?
That
Katie
again
Melua.
sounds familiar.
Songs About Jane by
Maroon 5. Everyone knows Maroon 5.
what do we think of Maroon 5?
Not much.
Give
I
me
try not
something
to.
She will be loved. Anyway, great. Here we go. Robbie Williams are the greatest hits. Come on.
Oh, come off
Get
it.
rid of the greatest
He always
hits albums.
pops up in
Strip
these.
them out.
In 2004, greatest hits. How many?
Not many.
What?
Can't
2 albums
stand him.
worth?
Can't stand him.
Hopes and Fears by Keane.
Oh, I
quite like
Keane.
Keane's
I
got
like
a
him.
great voice.
Their
hasn't he?
second album was brilliant.
Was that Hopes and Fears?
No, that was the first one, I think.
And number 1, Scissor Sisters by Scissor Sisters.
Scissor Sisters by Scissor Sisters.
Wow, look at the sale
Taking
numbers
a leaf
between
out of
the top
Anastasia.
two.
book there.
Oh, wow.
It's not a lot of spitting distance between the two. I've got here the top 10 game rentals in the US.
Oh, wow.
I'll give you a clue. They're all on one platform in that particular year.
PS2?
Just the PS2.
Yeah.
And actually, wow, a lot of them are EA games. Wow. Number 10, we've got The Sims Busting Out, which is an EA Games game.
Meh.
We've got NCAA Football 2005,
Okay,
EA
yeah.
Sports. We've got James Bond 007,
That's good.
Everything or Nothing.
That's a good game.
Yeah? Never
very
played
good.
it?
Never played it.
No, it's good.
Would you rent it or buy it?
Oh, buy it.
Okay, fair enough.
Be like £2.
Might be on this
Buy
list.
it,
then. Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah,
Yes.
still got to play it.
Is that a game to rent? That's a game to buy, isn't it? Would you not think?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
You'd struggle. I
I'd
think
rent
you'd
it
struggle
first.
to get it done during the rental period, but I mean,
Probably.
yeah.
NFL Street. That's
I
number
never
6.
like those.
Street.
No.
I never like anything street.
FIFA Street.
FIFA Street.
No. I like being in my house.
Streets of Rage.
Taking his telly out to the pavement.
Street Fighter. You hate all of them.
Oh, I
don't
do
you?
like Street Fighter.
Oh, so you like something street?
yeah,
then?
and Streeties of Rage.
Madden NFL 2005 at 5th place. Dragon Ball Z. Budokai 2.
Something that none of
In
us were
fourth
really
place.
into, Dragon Ball.
No.
No.
Made by Atari. There you go. More Atari news.
Ew.
Driver 3, also made by Atari.
Drive
or
3R.
published.
You mean
Drive
Drive 3R?
Through
I find this weird. Why would you rent out San Andreas? That was number 2, though.
Yeah, you can't afford it, mate.
Try
You know what
before
I mean?
you buy.
Try before you buy.
That, yeah, and that would have been, 40
Yeah.
well, in dollars, maybe 50, 60 bucks.
A lot of
wouldn't it?
money.
So, like, some people just couldn't
And the
afford
the biggest rented game of the year is
I thought it would be San Andreas.
Shrek 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Again, that's a massive game.
I got the 2 right.
It's just because people just can't afford to.
This is cool. This is we're almost at the end of my gaming news. We're wrapping things up quite soon here. But I've got the highest rated scores of the games in 2004.
Nice.
So we've mentioned a few of these already, truthfully. I'll go from, I think there's 20 here, so quite a few. So in 20th place, which I played recently and I loved it, is The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap.
There you go. You dropped in a bit of Zelda.
Yeah.
Anything Zelda. And he's
It's
happy.
absolutely incredible game. It's you can shrinking mechanics.
So this was GameCube?
This is GBA.
Oh, okay.
Game Boy Advance. Unbelievable game. The aggregate scores, the reviews give it a 90% overall rating.
So that's 20th place is 90%.
I believe so,
Okay,
yeah,
so
it is,
these
yeah.
are really, really highly rated. Okay.
Really, really high. The Minish Cap's great though, and actually they're going to release it soon on the Switch Online, so you can proper play it. I recommend it. It's fun. We then got The Sims 2 just after it. I was
I've never really played much.
No, I tried to get into it. My housemate at uni was really into The Sims. I'm like, I just don't get it.
The original one was quite good fun.
Yeah.
But I think because the original one was it was quite simple and you only had like a certain amount of options and stuff. And I think what's happened after like the second and third one, you're just bombarded.
Yeah,
with,
see,
like,
there was I'd never played them, and there was, I think Sims 4 it must have been was on like PS Plus a couple of years ago, and I thought I'll give it a go. I just found it overwhelming.
I think someone
There was too much to keep track of.
It's funny you say that. I saw Screen Grab, I think, just to go off slightly for a second. I saw Screen Grab, and I'm sure it was on Instagram, and someone actually did it was on PC, and it was, I think it was Sims 4, and they put everything in their shopping cart for all the add-ons, and it came to like $1,300.
No way.
I mean, that just shows
EA,
you. Like,
EA.
Yeah. I mean, that's just way too much going on. So, but anyway, the one was good fun, and it was,
I did play one. You can design your houses. It was like a zoomed in.
Yeah, and you had choices, but it wasn't like exhaustive. You know, there wasn't like lists and lists. But yeah, I agree with that.
My brother Chris, because he's a bit of a bad man, he used to make a room and lock people in, get rid of the doors.
No
food. They'll just literally like go crazy and just die. I think they could die in it.
Yeah, you could do,
and you could put fires around. I know it wasn't very good. You could torture
That's
people.
disturbing.
That's quite disturbing. I don't want to speak to Chris ever again.
I doubt anyone in this room has played this game, but I'm going to chuck it out there, and I'm surprised it's on the list. But The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher's Bay developer's cut is highly, highly rated.
Wow.
It is a Microsoft, so it's a PC game. I never played it.
So it's better than the films then,
Yeah.
if it's that highly rated.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
well,
interesting.
that
Are
might
you
be
telling
worth-
me Vin Diesel has not been in anything but the best films ever made?
I am telling you that, yes.
I'm surprised that's in there, but there you go.
Must be good.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005.
Oh, so good.
Dylan's a fan.
Yeah.
There you go. Ugh. Madden NFL 2005 and Madden NFL 2005. Xbox, then PS2 versions.
Oh, okay.
PS2 was slightly higher rated. Yeah.
People do still talk about that particular Madden as being one of the best. 2K5.
Pro Evolution Soccer 4, highly regarded. There you go.
Hello.
Love it.
Yeah, really high scores. We've got this is like 91.12 now. Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal,
That's the second. It's the second one.
and that is highly rated. I never really played the Ratchet
They're
and
good
Clank
games. I think you might enjoy them.
Yeah. Try and play the remastered one. It's well nice.
Is this whole list is PS2?
No,
No, just because Madden.
That it was
because
it
was
Oh,
Xbox,
the rental list.
the Minish
Okay,
Cap,
because
there's one
Zelda.
there's one in there.
Yeah, I play loads of Zelda on
Oh,
my PS2.
sorry, my bad.
It's weird that we've mentioned Arsenal twice now, isn't it? That is a bit odd.
Yeah,
Twice
all
too
right,
many,
come
I
on.
think.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater.
Good game. Very good.
Yep.
Don't like
Dan
because
doesn't
I
like
like
it.
the radar. When you take
No
me away
cones.
my radar,
No cones. They took the cones
they
away.
took the cones away. I'm like, I've got a spot again.
Now it's realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. ESPN NFL 2K5, made by Sega. Did you know it was made by Sega?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they did the 2K games, and then eventually they got sold off to.
Of
who is
course,
it
he
that
knows that.
Who is it that does them now? Whoever it is that does the 2K games now. But yeah,
Rome Total War.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a PC.
I've seen
it's
it.
a strategy.
Yeah, got into that later on. It's like a big scale.
Yeah.
There was a program on
There was
TV
with,
a while back.
with Greg Wallace, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the host?
So, yeah,
What?
Yeah, there was a
Something like
program
that.
on TV, and it was like a big simulation, and you literally had to like place your army
Yep.
on this battlefield, and you'd have two armies fighting against each other, and it was just like that. It was like big scale warfare.
Google that in a minute, because I think it was Greg Wallace the host. It was actually, they used the game engine, I think. James will check, yeah?
I don't know what I'm searching for because I can't remember the program name.
Greg
but I'll have a
Wallace, Rome. His best Italian
You get
cooking.
his holiday snaps. This is me at the Coliseum.
Who's Greg Wallace to our
Greg
US
Wallace,
listeners
Rome.
and other listeners? He's like a...
Well, they have MasterChef in America, don't they? They have a
Yeah, they
version
don't
of
have
it.
Greg
No,
in-
but they have a version of it.
I'm
He's-
Greg Wallace. We've also got Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube.
I don't like them
Not played
games, really, to be fair.
I've never really got into them. I kind of want to give them a
I
go.
like level by level by level.
Well, what
by
do you mean?
level.
What's Metroid
So
Prime? then?
Metroidvania-y things is obviously like you go around and you open up different bits of like a big world, don't you? But it's all obviously 2D, and then you sort of go around that way. It never really floated my boat. I tried playing them recently, actually.
Have you
but-
played Echoes?
No, but now that's very highly rated. Maybe I should play Echoes.
Yeah.
But I've got to get a GameCube emulator. All right.
Interesting. I have found it, and
Yeah.
it's called Time Commanders.
Yeah.
It started in 2003.
Wow. Okay.
Which then probably meant why a lot of people were going for that game for Rome. It had Eddie Mayer 2003-2004, Richard Hammond 05,
Well, as the host.
Hammer.
yeah, and then Greg Wallace in 2016.
Oh, right.
Wow.
So it was kind of brought back. It's got a 96% Google Plus on TV show and an 8.5 on IMDb.
There must be
pretty
there
good.
must be a B movie with that title as well, though. Time Commanders.
So-
there must be some
I remember it being
sci-fi
quite-
film.
yeah, it was
A lot
quite
of
good, but-
people's heads get exploded.
Yeah, Time Commanders.
Yeah.
We've also got Ninja Gaiden.
yeah, Ninja
Yeah.
Gaiden. Yeah,
So it was good, was it? I bet it was.
it's
rock
supposed to get
solid.
up. Yeah, it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah,
But
I
it
don't
looks-
like
it looks
hard
really
games.
good.
I'm
It looks
terrible
really
at
good.
video games, as you guys know.
Yeah,
Says
right.
the man.
So you keep telling
Yeah.
us,
James,
Mr. Golden Joystick. If you don't know what I'm
Fill the
talking
listeners
about,
in, fill 'em
check
in.
out our
So-
Twitter and you'll see.
Very recently, we had a gaming tournament at my house with like a carefully curated list of games. I think there was about 12 different games, and yeah, Mister I'm no good at video games destroyed everyone.
Apart from the racing.
Yeah, apart from and
Yeah,
took
it's
home
pretty terrible
the
racing.
golden joystick.
The worst thing was Pang. I'm like,
Oh,
just
oh.
move over, guys. Watch the master at play.
You were so
I'll show you
sure.
how to do this. Super Pang master at work.
Put it
So
in there
sure.
just for
No
you
point
as
even
well.
playing it. Then this young Scadio comes along,
Captain Cockshaw.
and pangs about 1 million balloons, bubbles,
Yeah.
even to call them, and takes the trophy.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
Anyway, moving on.
World of Warcraft. I've played World of Warcraft. Have you guys played it?
No, it
No.
just sounds too in depth and too
I
taking my
did
time.
briefly back when it was like shortly after release just to see what was
Yeah.
kind of going on. But yeah, I didn't get into it.
I'm a huge Warcraft fan. Me and James both big
Yeah.
fans of the original
The RTS games, yeah.
RTS games, and open world MMORPG game. whatever they call it.
MMORPG.
I just found it like too overwhelming. There was just like too much to do, like from the get go. Like you like there was almost too much choice. And I get like the thing is you need to spend days and days and days kind of like honing everything and specializing. And I was just like, this is way too much to start off with. Like, you know,
This matches up for me then, because around this time, and it would have been around 2004, I was living at Emma's house for a little bit, in between kind of a bit of a nomad actually for a little while. I was living in Emma's spare room, and John was there, obviously, good old John. And he and Emma and John would play World of Warcraft. I was like, what is this new? I heard about it, obviously, and he set me up an account. And we'd have a computer next to each other, and he would look after me. He was like level, I don't know, 80 or 90. Or
I seem to remember a conversation about that. Yeah, when
and
you,
I'd be like, who's this little noob hanging around this? But he used to help me out on the missions and stuff. I think I got to about level, I want to say about level 18, 19. So I got pretty good. But it's one of those games where I sort of stop playing and then you stop forever, for me anyway. So I've got some good memories of it, but I didn't know what I was doing half the time. John was doing all the hard work.
yeah, it's you really have to like dedicate a lot.
Yeah,
of time to that.
it's too all consuming.
Yeah, it really is. It's massive.
I mean, says the guy who used to play Football Manager a lot. Like,
That almost ruined
so
college for
many
me. I
hours.
almost didn't finish
It
college.
ruined my college. It did. It ruined my college. Championship Manager ruined my college. my A levels,
How
which is why
many-
I ended up doing it legal studies. And then
How many
doing law.
students' grades did that game suck away? I wonder
Oh man,
throughout the years.
it's just
So potential
good.
professors are now work. No, not going to job shame, but are now
No.
doing other jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of Championship Manager.
so basically like the world's failings are all due to Championship Manager because there's not enough people to.
Although
To come
saying
up with
that,
good solutions,
the current Reims manager, the French,
Yes, yeah, the young guy, yeah.
he got. I don't know. I know it's a bit more than this, but he sort of was known for being absolutely incredibly football manager, and he kind of roundabout got his opportunity because of that.
Yeah.
So there you go. That kind of goes back in our theory.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we need to interview someone who made
he-
Championship Manager and ask them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to actually. I did try many years ago, but
If
they're-
you read about that guy's career, he's a clever boy. Like obviously, and he did all the hard work, like Anderlecht and stuff. Like he got hired by Vincent Company and things.
That's it, yeah.
Before becoming the Reims manager, he's learned his trade. Like he's good.
who's their top goal scorer for that team at the moment?
Your
Don't
guy.
look at me. Jesus.
Your
Christ.
guy. Arsenal guy.
Balogun.
Yeah,
Balogun.
Another Arsenal link there. That's weird. Anyway, moving on.
Keith just threw his head back.
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow.
Not played that
No.
one. Only played the first one, really.
Moving on then. Here we go. Atari game. They've made it. Unreal Tournament 2004. That is a badass game.
That was
Unreal Tournament.
that was a huge game.
Do you remember? It was like FPS but with vehicles.
Yeah, it was. That was a big. That brought about pretty much that exploded
Yeah.
kind of the team
Didn't know
deathmatch
it was
type
Atari, though.
games.
Well, they're
Yeah.
the publisher. I don't know if they made it.
And we've interviewed the chap who did the music.
We
Kevin
did.
Ripple.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We did. You know what? I loved that game. I played it for a good few solid months. It was such a good. It was.
Brutal.
It was great.
It's
It was hard.
It's so good.
Here we go. We're finally going to mention it. This is interesting actually. Yeah, the PS2 version is slightly higher rated than the Xbox, but basically spitting distance. Burnout free takedown.
Yes. What a game.
So good.
Brilliant. So many great
So much
memories of
fun.
Just racing, smashing into stuff, and the different modes on it, and how brutal it was. Great game. Loved it. Still love it.
That road rage mode is still one of my favourite things in any game ever. It's so enjoyable. And it's so fast. Have you played it
Yeah,
recently?
it's mental.
Yeah, I played it.
Have you tried playing Burnout Takedown recently, Dill?
No.
It's too fast. It's too old. I'm too old to
Hashtag
play this
bonkers.
game. And I was like, yeah, amazing.
It looks great for a PS2 title, doesn't it?
Yeah. It really does.
It probably pushes the console to its limits, especially with all this smashing.
There's so much going on. Yeah.
Yeah,
The music's pretty good. The commentary's good.
Yeah.
It's proper like, it's crazy. It's cray. We were going to do a pod on it, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. But we just love it, don't we?
We do, yeah.
We
do
love it. We love it. Halo 2 is in the top 3.
Not surprising.
Yeah, that's close
Amazing.
to like 95%
Yeah.
aggregate scores.
Yeah.
San Andreas is second place actually, not first, but that's again at high 95s basically percentages. Which is the best rated game in 2004?
Half-Life 2.
Yes,
Has
Yes.
to be. It absolutely has to be.
it's again
Yes.
96% is across the board. I would give it 100%.
96.
It's that good.
100%.
I would. Yeah, why
Perfect.
not?
There's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
perfect.
single flaw with it.
No, because it's. I don't really revisit old FPS games often. I play them, then I've done bish bash bosh. But I've done it about 3 or 4 times now. Every sort of 3 or 4 years, I get the Half-Life 2 itch, and I feel I'll have a little go, but I play it all the way through.
Nice.
Absolutely love it.
It's brilliant.
The graphics are still so good for such an old game.
Both games are so good.
I still want to play Half-Life Alyx, but that's a VR game, isn't it? Of course. Right, guys, just to finish up, we've got a couple of last bits and bobs. The UK top 10 singles.
2004.
yeah.
I feel like I would have been so out of touch with
I
the charts
don't
by
really.
then.
I can't. Go on then.
I hate
Go
to
on.
say it, but there's going to be another Maroon 5 one in there.
Yeah,
surely.
definitely.
Well, Frankie, I'm not going to swear, but it's F You Right Back.
If you write back.
Yeah, that was
Frankie.
Yeah, there was 2 songs. Wasn't
Oh,
there? There was
yeah.
one which was
I was like an answer to one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's the early 2000s. Oh, God.
Then we got Toxic by Britney Spears.
Amazing tune.
That's a good tune.
Then we got Mysterious Girl by Pete Andre.
Amazing tune.
Wait, what?
The re-release.
He re-released.
Did he?
Re-release, mate.
Re-release.
Not, oh God, what was the stupid song he did after he came out of the jungle?
Insane.
Insania, that was it. Insania.
Why do I remember that?
Yeah, why do you remember? Insania.
Sorry. Anastasia's big hit of the year was
Left Outside Alone.
Left Outside Alone. Was it? Yeah, there you go. Left Outside Alone. Michelle McManus made it big in 2004.
Michelle McManus.
All this time.
Who was she?
Wasn't she?
She
like
was the X Factor lady, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
Scottish lady.
yes, I remember.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Usher featuring Lil Jon
Yeah,
and Ludacris. Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
Eric Pritz's "Call on Me."
Yes.
Call on me.
Oh,
That was the video with the
amazing.
And if you've never seen the
aerobics
video, go watch it.
video.
Yeah, mate.
Yes.
And DJ Casper.
Cha-cha slide.
No.
Cha-cha slide.
No.
Mm.
Oh no.
What number was that?
Well,
That was number 3.
Oh my God.
No.
as a DJ previously, not anymore.
In a previous life.
Yeah, that went down rather well at
Oh.
Weddington birthdays.
Right, so Frankie was number 10, and there was, yes,
Oh, go on.
it sounds like Eminem's like slightly dodgy cousin, Eamon. I think it's Amon.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, man.
F it, I don't want you back.
Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah, that was.
I think it all rings a bell.
And there was a follow-up single to that saying, F it, F it.
F you
F
both.
this, I'm out of it.
F a lot of you. You're all terrible people.
And then number 1, bit of a cop-out because it's always going to be number 1, is Band-Aid 20 with
No,
Do They Know It's Christmas?
I don't even know who.
No,
was
Day
in that
20 was Dizzy Rascal was in it, wasn't he? And
one. Dizzy Rascal.
He was.
It was.
He
I'm
was.
sure he was
He
on it.
was.
Dizzy
Yeah.
Rascal. I love a bit of Dizzy
No,
Rascal.
get rid. There's
Boy in the
only,
corner.
only the original. Sorry, there's no more. I get what they were doing it for, but
Oh,
as
no.
far as a song, I think you can't beat it.
It wouldn't be a 2004 roundup without a
Go on,
sports
get on with
update.
it. You've been
Yeah.
itching to for the last hour.
Match of the day. We can work on match of the day now.
Who
by
was
the way.
the
Wouldn't we?
20
because there's
Yeah,
nothing.
there's vacancies. There's vacancies.
Wasn't this suggested because you were like, because someone said in the last one, it's like, oh, why don't you do a year where Arsenal won the Premier League?
We don't win it that often, so no. But match of the day is going through a bit of a crazy time right now. Topical news in the UK. What's going to
Well,
happen?
by the time this comes out, it would have been like a month ago, but yeah, okay.
And they
I'm
would
sure
have hired who? Let's guess who's going to be their main presenters in the. I reckon they're going to drag out
Boris Johnson.
Clinton Morrison.
No, Clinton's too
No,
good for that. Clinton's too good for that.
Wait, Lee Trundle.
He tried.
Yeah. Who else? I'm going to say. Who do you reckon?
What,
could
are
go
we
back on in
talking
his Palace
footballers
kit.
or?
Well, anyone that could sort of be the punditry. It could be Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman, you get him in, you don't care.
Yeah.
He'll get the money.
Talk about as much sense as he usually does.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman and Lee Trundle.
I think the list is
The dream
too-
team.
The list
dream
is
team.
short.
Anyway, in 2004, for the first time, well, it's not the first time because technically, I think Plymouth Argyle did it in 18 something crazy like that. But in 2003-04, it was Arsenal were crowned champions,
And
winning the season without a single defeat.
amazing.
The first team ever to do it in a 38-game league season.
I mean, well done.
WWWDWDWW. No, I don't know. It sounds like no losses.
Or was it just DD?
A lot of draws though, wasn't it?
A lot of draws.
Like
12
12
draws.
I mean,
12 draws.
But hey, if they were defeats, that's 12 points you lost.
And
Think about it.
your team almost ruined it for us because we went for a really dodgy patch. Chelsea knocked us out the Champions League. I think Man United knocked us out in the FA Cup, all in space for a week. Then we played you guys.
didn't we take the lead?
You took the lead.
And
It
then
was
you battered us.
2-1. And then Henry said, enough of that. I'm
And
rolling up my
he
sleeves.
put Carroll on his backside. I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
And that was the turning point. An unbelievable season, which I couldn't properly enjoy because we were crowned champions a few games to go, but I couldn't properly enjoy it until the end of the season because I really wanted that undefeated. And I've seen the Golden Trophy. I've been to the Emirates Stadium, and they actually gave the Golden Trophy to Wenger when he left. But I saw
Did they?
it. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
nice.
he's returned it, but it's kind of like
Nice
a gesture.
touch. Yeah.
And it's absolutely incredible achievement. And I know I'm probably jinxing fate right now. I'd love it. And that was the last time we've won the league. I'd love it.
Until
I love
next
it. In a
time.
few months' time, I can say, Dylan, add a little edit on that little bit. You won't do it, but because technically,
I'm going to go retrospectively, go into the season, go back to this podcast.
because as time of recording, it could change soon. We are top of the league now, Arsenal. They're an interesting team. They're young and hungry. I still have a gut.
Someone should feed him.
I
Give him
still
lunch.
a gut feeling we're going to bottle it. I really do. I don't like saying it. I don't.
say
I
it.
just can't say. I just can't.
I don't think it's bottling it if you do.
No, it's not
if-
bottle. That's harsh.
Yeah.
I still think Man City, unfortunately, are going to somehow scrape it. But
Well,
I've
you're
been so
welcome.
impressed.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, and of course, Forest helped out a bit as well.
You're welcome.
They took.
I mean, we're going to get relegated.
We
but
beat
you're
City
welcome.
as well. We haven't done much this year, but we beat
You
City.
did very well. What a
Well,
goal!
you're welcome.
You're
Adrian.
welcome.
Arsenal
You're
can't even beat City. Who won the FA Cup in that year?
No.
Oh, United, I think.
United. Who won the League Cup?
United.
Oh, no. Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Middlesbrough.
Because they played in Europe the next year, didn't they?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm.
And Champions League was won by.
Oh, 4.
No, I'm happy about the team winning, but I'm not happy about the trajectory it led for the manager. If that makes sense.
Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
Oh, Mourinho and Porto. Yes.
I love an underdog winning. I'm happy, but
Yeah.
it kind of was the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember that was the year when he ran down the touchline at Old Trafford?
It's famous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's enjoyable at the time.
At the
but-
time.
That
and-
was
at
yeah,
the time.
And
Yeah.
UEFA Cup winners was.
Valencia.
Hey, well done.
Because Rafa became our manager that summer.
I've always got a little
Yeah.
soft spot for Valencia, actually. I don't know why. I quite like them.
Oh, they're in terrible
They're in terrible.
condition now, yeah.
We'll be in charge of Valencia and match of the day.
because we're very good at Football Manager.
Yes, we are very good. It cost us our college.
cost you your
almost, but it was
careers.
worth it.
Yep. Cost me my amazing law career that I always wanted.
Ali McBeal, it's all your fault. Guys, that's it for another Best of Year in Gaming. That could be the end of them. I don't know. We'll see how things go. That could be the last. Which was the best year out of those 4?
I think
92, obs.
98, I think, for me.
That's such a tricky one because I have so
It's
many
tough,
good
actually,
memories of
Yeah.
04.
Yeah.
Because I had an Xbox and a PS2, so I was enjoying pretty much all
Yeah,
of those
all of
games
it.
on that.
Yeah.
Didn't have a PSP.
I did have a PSP
Okay.
actually. Yeah, no, I did.
There you
I
go.
did
It's
have- I
one
didn't
of
use
the
it a lot, but I did
82
have one.
million.
80, yeah, which we're shocked about. But that's so hard because I'm gonna. But purely because of the RTS thing, probably 96.
Oh, there you go.
I think because that sits and because
You can
if
pick
haven't listened to it-
2004 because of Arsenal, and then
Okay.
we've all picked one each.
There you go.
Let's do that then. They're all equally the best years.
Yes.
There's no
Yeah.
best year in
There's
gaming.
there's just so many good things about each of those
Yeah.
years. Though. You can't. It's just so hard to pick one.
But we've picked no odd years, have we? They're all even.
Oh,
Spooky.
Spooky. There you go. Well, guys, let us know what you think. If you agree or disagree, just whatever. You can let us know if you want. We don't really mind either way. It's up to
we don't
you.
really care either
well,
way, but
I
sure.
suppose the
What
best
ifs?
thing to do would be if there's a year that we haven't done that someone wants
That's
to shout
true.
out, then set your stall out and say why you think it was the best
Yeah,
year.
and we'll maybe
We'll try and
And if
maybe
you
do
pressure,
it.
if you
Yeah.
bully us, if you twist our arm behind our back and like bullies, we might consider
Well, at
doing
the very
it.
least, even if we don't do it, we can have a good old powwow about it on old socials. So, honestly, start the fire.
Check first Arsenal when they've won trophies. Make sure it marries
No, don't
up.
check. Don't bother. with it. Guff.
We went through a massive period of not winning the trophy, so that's not a good little thing, is it? Yeah. So
Pick one of those years. Then.
yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. We really hope you enjoyed it. You can tweet us at Arcade Attack UK. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/Arcade Attack UK. Check out our website at arcadeattack.co.uk for lots more retro gaming goodness and to delve into our archives. Our podcasts are also available on Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Please leave us a review and a rating, we'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to support Arcade Attack, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/arcadeattack, which will give you access to exclusive podcasts, interviews and other bonus content. So, until next time, take care and we'll speak to you soon.